So setting intentions. This is very important. So you need to know or have an idea of the question you're asking, or if it's just a general reading or a blind reading for you, like your client doesn't want to say anything. So you can ask, what does the client need to know at this point in time, or just ask for whatever messages your client needs to come through. If you're reading for yourself and you're shuffling the cards to do a spread, you can't keep changing your question while you're doing it. Or you can't be like, oh, I'll do 3 cards or 5 cards, oh, I don't know, and then stop. You need to know what spread you're doing, the question, if you're going to have a question, or if it's general, if you're going to read reversals, and anything else, any other intention you feel you need to set before you start the reading. That is important. If your energy is muddled and cluttered and you don't know what spread you're doing, but you're asking sort of about this and maybe about that, you're going to get a confusing spread and a confusing reading. And sometimes also, I'll point out, if you keep asking the same question over and over, the first few times you'll probably get very similar message. But if you don't like what you hear and you want to keep asking till you get what you hear, you're going to start getting answers and messages all over the place. And basically it's the universe saying, stop asking. You already got your answer. We're not going to say anything else. Okay, so setting intentions and shuffling. So I'm going to read what I wrote, even though it may repeat some of what I just said. It is very important that you are clear on your intentions before you begin shuffling for your reading, whether you are reading for yourself or for someone else. Know before you start shuffling what type of spread you will be doing and if you will be reading reversals. Deciding this mid or post shuffle could lead to mixed messages coming through. It is also important to set your intentions to receive and be receptive to the messages that come through, whether you like them or not, or your client likes them or not, and that they are for your or your client's highest good. I always point out, we get what we need to hear. We get the messages we need, which may or may not be what we want. The messages aren't always what we want. We get the messages we need to hear, not the ones we necessarily want to hear. If you work with angels, guides, ancestors, etc., it can be helpful to sit in meditation for a few minutes before you begin the reading to connect with them, or longer. Okay, so when it comes to shuffling the cards, there is no right or wrong way. Shuffle the cards however it is easiest for you, or in whatever way you feel drawn to shuffle them for each reading. It may be different for each reading. Tarot decks come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, so for some you may prefer the poker style shuffling. For others you may want to spread them out on the table and pick from there, so just spread them out haphazardly. Some people do like the line, the beautiful Las Vegas line. Some people just shuffle like this. It's really up to you. I've even seen people just shuffle like this. Whatever you feel drawn to, whatever is comfortable for your hands, depending on the thickness and the size of the deck. And shuffle for however long feels right. Or tell your client, shuffle till this is what I do. I say shuffle until you feel like you're done. Whether that's 2 shuffles or 20. And I like to shuffle, so I'll do like the poker style shuffle. You can hear it. And I'll do this as my form of getting into that meditative zone before reading. And this may last a minute, it may last 10 minutes. So I'll prep myself, prep my deck in a way I'm clearing the deck. And if I'm preparing for a client reading, I'll do this for maybe up to 10 minutes to get in that space and to tap into the client's energy before we connect. But again, it's up to you. Make your choices how you want to go about it, set your intentions, and then begin shuffling and doing the reading.